I've decided that speaking on gangbanging and street politics as a civilian is just too dangerous and it gets tricky. So I finally have to make a decision. Now, my talents warrants that I could go directly to the LAPD and use my talents and still be a star. But I decided before I can go to the LAPD and begin my career as a top flight detective, I have to make a pit stop for my development. I have to join the hood, okay, to work on my development as a detective. Now, there's two neighborhoods that have been recruiting me and offer me a scholarship to be from the hood and to join their gang, the neighborhood Crips and the Hoovers. I want to thank both of these wonderful organizations for their careful consideration of me. Joining either one of these organizations would be a great honor, but I can only choose one for obvious reasons. So, where I will be attending next year will be the Hoovers!
This ain't made but a little baby, this the Hoovers.
Now, unfortunately for my new friends at the Hoover, I'm a hood hopper. All right, I have no loyalty. So I'm a Hoover for the next 15 minutes. After that, okay, I'll probably find another gang, right? Depending on the situation that's, in front of me, right? For example, if I get pressed tomorrow by an East Coast Crip, I'll be an East Coast Crip, all right? If I get pressed by the neighborhoods for playing this song, well, goddamn it, right? I'm a rolling 60 now, okay? So, hey, I'm a hood hopper, okay? But for the next 15 minutes, it's groove, okay? So, all jokes aside, though, all right, Hoover OG that I actually love and respect, all right? He's my new OG now, so of course I love and respect him, right? No, but I loved and respect Gumby way before then, right? Gumby was doing an interview with Real Tunes. Now, Real Tunes asked Gumby about a video I did documenting the war between the Hoovers and the Main Street after YCA 80 Bands passed away. Now, YCA 80 Bands, you guys know, all right, he was drawn into the Hoover honeypot trap at the smoke shop with prices that were unbelievable, and he was shot and killed in Hoover territory at a Hoover smoke shop. Who did it? We don't know, okay? But that video, I'll be real, I was federal, all right? I did some police activities, probably went far outside of my jurisdiction. A lot of people was upset about it. Now, I heard other comments about it. I'll be real. You other peons who covered it, I could care less what y'all have to say about it. But Gumby is somebody who I respect. So when Gumby speaks, I listen. So let's hear what Gumby has to say about the video I made documenting the war between the Hoovers and the Main Street and YCA 80 Band's death.
In Flakko's defense, your nephew is on the internet dissing somebody who just died right after, you know what I mean? And so Flakko takes it and he makes it a story and he gathered his assumption. And it's like, okay, yes, it was a little police, but...
Yeah, stop. The difference is, first and foremost, Flakko isn't a part of our community. Flakko isn't a part of any gang community, first and foremost. So that he's an independent, he's an independent journalist.
This is why I like Gumby. That's the nicest thing I think I've ever been called in LA YouTube. Independent journalist. I like that, bro. Because usually I'm just called a rat, right? Independent journalist got a little tang to it. I like that. I like that part. Independent journalist, man.
Right. Yeah. So, in him being an independent journalist, does that give him a right to report things or give a narrative about a certain situation that only he feels? He feels this way. He didn't connect all his own dots. Like, how is that fair to the individual? He didn't have anything to do with anything. Now what? You just convicted him in everybody's eyesight. Not only that, you didn't put a target on this man's back. You didn't gave him a high-ranking official title.
Let's do a quick flashback so we can remind you guys what he's talking about. he's talking about in my video documenting the death of YCA Eddie Bands. I also briefly covered the Hoovers and Main Street beef and the back and forth and the deaths that occurred within that beef. But in that video, I also identified a dude by the name of Treyway 7, Waster 7, but I called him Prime Minister Chucky Finster. Okay. Now, the Prime Minister name I thought was a good name. He thought it was a good name because he even changed his Instagram and his TikTok name to Chucky Finster because he loved it. I loved it. But in this video, I kind of documented, I guess, his influence among the Hoovers. And a lot of people felt like because I documented his influence among the Hoovers, that I was kind of pointing towards him being responsible when that was not my intention. I was not trying to say that he was responsible. I think in that video, I also said that, hey, I don't believe that he's responsible for this and there's no proof he's responsible whatsoever. People, listen up. The murder of YCA Eddie Bands has officially been confirmed as the work of the Hoovers. Now, this comes as a surprise because under the leadership of Prime Minister Chucky Finster, aka Treyway 7, aka Waster 7, the Hoovers have been exercising peace. They've been brokering peace deals. They've been letting the ops slide.
Police right there. The police right there. Oh, I'm not finna kill nigga on house arrest. I'm not finna kill nigga on GPS. So why y'all didn't get out? Y'all seen each other. Ain't nothing happening. I ain't bet that would have been us two in the car and we seen some niggas like that with no strap. Oh, who we finna pull over and beat your ass? Bless our who. We didn't do it a lot of times. Oh, we didn't bounce out the car and see nigga. We bounced out with your face. Come on. I didn't. Oh, it been times I didn't put the strap down, like, come off and give you a face. That's on the dead homies. When I squabbled a toast nigga at the train, said, "Nah, strap on me and all." Hope his mama was right there. I'm like, I'm not no dumb nigga. I ain't finna pop him on camera with no mask on. So I up that motherfucker, gave him, hope I need a fade.
Leadership of Prime Minister Chucky, they've been giving passes. They've been letting the ops go. They've been trying to make LA a better place. But you could only give passes for so long when the ops is trying to genocide you. In the case of the Hoovers, they got ops everywhere, so they don't know where the hits is coming from. All right. Listen, that was my first time watching that video back. I can see where someone would get the conclusion from that I was trying to pin a crime on Prime Minister Chucky Finster, okay? I understand, because I did mention his name after I say, yo, why I say Eddie Bands was murdered in Hoover territory. I did mention, I understand. I want to clarify. I don't have information that Waster 7, aka Prime Minister Chucky Finster, was responsible for this. Okay? When I brought up him being a prime minister, I was just about to document the war among the Hoovers and the Main Street in the last month and a half. That's why he was brought up. Okay? I didn't know that people would interpret that as I was saying that he did it. No, what I said was he was killed in the Hoovers, right? The Hoovers, that's their body. However, there's no definitive answer for who exactly did it, okay? Prime Minister Chucky Finster is innocent, people. So I can understand exactly how, but I think, like, quite frankly, that's the only thing I did wrong in that video because everything else was just me documenting public record.
You didn't put him in more danger than you did anything else, bro. Behind some YouTube content. What type of weird shit is that? This is why I heard, I was watching No Jumper and I seen Munchie B and he was explaining to everybody and he explained it on some real eloquent shit. He said this nigga don't got no ties to our community, period, so he don't give a fuck about the people that he report on. And that's the truth. He don't care if my nephew go to jail forever amongst circumstantial evidence that he helped build. He don't care. He just give a fuck about the little check that he get on YouTube. He don't care about the families that he's finna, you know what I mean? He don't give a fuck. He don't know nobody over here. He's not even from here from my understanding. He's from North Dakota. I want to go visit North Dakota. I wonder if there's any Hoovers in North Dakota.
Hold on, big homie. Hold on, big homie. You don't got to come to North Dakota, big homie, all right? You got only one homie here, it is me, all right? I won't be here for too much longer, okay? I got to come back to LA soon. Big homie, please don't come there. Please don't pay that $4.25, all right? And buy a plane ticket to North Dakota. Please don't do so. All right? There's nothing here for you, big homie. All right, please don't. All right, please don't. But I do believe, though, outside of what I said in the beginning of the video, because towards the end, even when I brought up the fact that, yo, he said this about why I say 80 million, I did clarify this don't prove that he's involved, and I don't think that he's involved, right? I do think people kind of missed that part, and a lot of people kind of ran with the narrative of the video before even watching the full video, right? But I do believe, though, when you have a war that's been brewing, that's been well documented, that's been on the internet, that's been pretty public, the news has reported about it, the white man has reported about it. So I don't feel like me documenting that war and that beef as pretext to why CA80 bands being murdered. I don't feel like that's me going out of my jurisdiction. I feel like that's pretty on par, right? I feel like that's pretty on par with what a journalist would do. A journalist would give the full picture.
Well, from the journalistic standpoint, help me out here, because what you said I think is very important, that it put a target on the guy's back. Why do you feel like that? Because I'm sure when he created the content, he wasn't thinking like this might get bro hurt. You know what I mean? So explain. Make that make sense, please. Yeah.
What this journalist did is he went and did all his research, and he not only pinpointed my nephew for the police officers and the detectives, if they missed anything, right? He didn't put a circumstantial case together on my nephew, right? Not only with the police, but with our enemies as well. So now they're listening to Flakko, and Flakko just told them and told the world who supposedly is the one responsible for this person's death. And he has no facts. He has no dog in the fight. So what the f are you doing? Like this is beyond reporting. This is beyond. I mean, he need to go just apply for the LAPD. Like this boy, like what the f, come on, bro, you're doing way too much.
Now,
way too much.
Again, and I'm just saying.
And this is what I be telling you. You doing way too f much.
Well, if your nephew took it to the internet, does he
Took
get
what
no?
to the internet?
I believe the video was about.
First and foremost, my nephew. Listen, my nephews.
Flakko usually puts his references in the videos.
Okay, listen. But his references are taken out of context, right? His references is taking a clip from something that somebody said in a previous situation and adding it to what's going on right now.
I'm not sure if he's referencing something like in the bigger picture, meaning he's seen other videos of me doing it, or if he's referencing that particular video. I think Real Tunes TV, his depiction of what happened is more accurate, because I didn't take old stuff from what Prime Minister said. I think I referenced a post that was made 2 days afterwards. But even with that post, I didn't say that this post was incriminating. I didn't say this post proves he did anything. I actually say, yo, I think the Prime Minister is innocent. And the post where he was saying, yo, my homie's gonna beat you up when you get to heaven, I said that thing was like tongue in cheek. I said that don't prove nothing. So if he's referencing that, everything I use are things that took place afterwards, not beforehand. And I don't think that what I did was too egregious. Now, if he's talking about the bigger picture and he's seen other videos, then hey, I won't put it past me. But if it's older videos, I guess you'll probably have to reference which video you're talking about, gonna be, for me to get what you're saying. But for that particular video, I think Real Tunes is right? I did provide context and videos and pictures, but those were things that took place after the fact. In the beginning of the video, I was documenting, the war for the last month and a half. So things that took place in the beginning were me referencing the war that had been taking place in the Hoover. Post YC80 Band's death, everything I provided afterwards were things that were posted after the death, not before.
That means taking it out of context. You know what I'm saying? You're building a case. That's what the police do.
Well, we're building a story.
No, a case. A case. We're talking about murder cases, open murder cases here. And you playing. You playing with people's lives, bro. You don't give a fuck about the nigga that died or the nigga that shot. So what the fuck is you playing with us for? Come on, bro. Respectfully. Once again, I'm asking you, bro. Go report about something else. Please. Like, this is not your forte. You don't know how far to go. That's why I be on your ass about how far to go. How far to go. It's people out here.
I'm not telling about nobody's murders.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But
it's just
it's
when
a
you make
line.
the,
No,
when you
it's a
make
line
the
that y'all cross.
comparison to me and
No,
Flakko
because I'm before you get that far. Because the first thing you say, you let the white man do it. You let the fuck all that. You ain't white. You got a responsibility because eventually you're gonna be around some other black people. Eventually, these people gonna be in the same space that Hoover people that love this boy, that love that person that died, is gonna be in. The world is not as big as you think it is, right? And it don't really make no sense. Don't make no sense. He literally built a whole circumstantial case on the internet, bro. Like, so therefore, everybody who just seen that, all the viewers, the whatever amount of viewers that he done got, they didn't pretty much already convicted my nephew of some bullshit. They don't even know what the fuck is going on. Because of him? This from North Dakota?
Everybody who seen my video who assumed that I was pinpointing Prime Minister Chucky Finster, I want to say that's not the case. He's innocent, okay? He didn't do nothing. He's innocent. He didn't do nothing, okay? I just want to clarify that, man, because, yo, I actually like Waster. We talk from time to time. I actually got Waster an interview for No Jumper, which was kind of weird, too, because we talked the night before, I think the morning of, and he was coming to do the interview, right? He was excited for it. It was scheduled like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, and he was down for it like the night of, the morning of, he was down for it. And then the interview time comes, he never shows up. And I haven't heard from him since. So I'm like, damn, you feel me? I hope he's okay, right? I hope he's not wrapped up in nothing. But yeah, man, you feel me? I'm just trying my best, man, to look out for these people, right? To like look out for these young men, bro. Like, you can probably ask Adam or you can ask anybody in our group chat, bro. Like, and they will tell you how glowingly I speak of like Waster, right? How glowingly like I speak of him, bro. Like, they'll tell you themselves, like how much I've said, this kid can really blow up music wise. This kid can really be something. He can really be a factor. I have faith in the Prime Minister, right? I got love for the Prime Minister. You feel me? But yeah, man. One, tap in, bro. Figure out why didn't you show up to the No Jumper interview? I need to know. And then secondly, man, Gumby, when I come to Texas, I'm not sure if you're in Texas right now because Real Tune is in Texas. But when I come to Texas, man, me and you would do an interview on Real Tune TV, and we'll get down to the bottom of this, okay? I should be in Texas next month, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? All right? Is Flakko wrong for how I cover these things? Let me know, bro. Give me your honest opinion, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to make other videos like this, I have a step-by-step book on how to make $10,000 a month on YouTube and grow your subscriber base really fast in my description, okay? I made $90,000 in 28 days. I can teach you how to make 10K, bro, easily. Link is in the description as well as one-on-one consultations. Sign up in my description. This is my last week doing consultation. So if you don't sign up, hey, bro, that's on you, okay? If you enjoyed this video, click on this video right here on my screen to find out how this struggling Crip rapper, YB Nightmare, find out how his own homies just exposed him for getting super violated by the Crips. They did some really bad things to him. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.